But I don't know. You want to get into this?
Let's talk about it because I know a lot about this. Out of like one of them, I'm kind of a fan. The other one is kind of just like I don't know shit about this guy. But what would you like to start with? Do we start with Dr. Disrespect or do we start with Offline TV? Let's
let's do the offline TV.
Offline TV.
Let's talk about this offline TV stuff, man.
All right.
So offline TV is like a streamer house, basically. And there's several people in that house. But to keep this like little list short, basically you have
Skara, Lily Pichu, Pokimane, Fed, Yvonne, and the Sky Sos, I think was the lineup before, and Michael Reeves as well, who was a recent addition. Yeah. So now we're down one. and this all happened in breakneck speed.
Yeah. Didn't Pokimane also? Did she like just leave? She just physically moved out of the place, I believe.
Yeah, she physically moved out. But I think that like this guy still had done it too.
Yeah.
Like he had moved out and shit like that. But yeah, this all kind of happened. I mean, like again, we don't know these people. We're just regular dudes from Jersey. I watch their content here and there.
You heard Emma. We're from Jersey.
Shout out to Emma. Yeah. But yeah, we like I at least was watching their content a good amount, especially when they added Michael Reeves. So for this to happen in a big, like just almost in like a day, for like the regular fans.
It was. You said it.
Yeah,
you said it. It's breakneck speed, bro.
Breakneck speed. So one day it's like, oh hey, Fed. Then the next day it's like Yvonne, Lily Pichu releasing statements, and then the next day Pokimane came out, released her own statement. I don't know the guy. Obviously, right? Like, so, I don't know. Like, I like, do you want to get kind of in depth with the statements or anything like that? Do you want to kind of, because they're on Twitter on both of their pages, on Lily Pichu's and Yvonne's, and Pokimane's you can find on Twitch, I believe. It's a VOD right now. But,
yeah, so, Fed's gotten, I know he's gotten some heat before in the past over some stuff, but, like, this was definitely, like, the thing that got him in trouble.
Yeah.
So he I don't know what would be the proper. He was, a little, I guess maybe he might have been like aggressive, I guess. Or not even aggressive.
No.
He would try to, I guess, hook up with some of the girls in the house or just be kind of sexual with them. And it had been a thing for a while. I think, what was it, like 2 years or something like that? Yeah, something like that. We're going off of, by the way, we're going off of, like, what everyone else knows. What's been put out there. So, for about 2 years, he had been, like, doing things, like, on and off, like, to, like, the girls in the house. And him and Pokimane, like, had a close relationship. I guess, and I don't know if he ever did anything to her besides what we know, which is, that she was trying to like see about some dude.
So he did like a couple of things. He so every time that she was interested in a guy and she would verbalize this, he would go up to the guy and be like, we're kind of a thing.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, that was really like her closest friend apparently in the house. So he would use that as a position to where he could just kind of like scurry everybody like away from her. Like he could just kind of be like, all right, listen, she's a massive bitch.
Yeah.
Like you don't pay attention to her. She did this to me. They would get into these like almost like fights that you would get into with like a significant other, right?
Yeah.
Like, and he would go around to all their friends and trash her and stuff like that. Which I thought that was like. I know we spoke about this before, like, and it's I'm trying to kind of gather my thoughts here as to not to say anything like really offensive, just to be honest, but it's that is douchebag shit.
Yeah.
That is very much douchebag shit.
It's it's douchebag shit. It's douchebag like behavior.
Mm-hmm.
So like he would get into like some of the girls' bed, and maybe just knock out there, or he would get in bed and try to get like handsy with them, and it wasn't like like it wasn't consensual or anything. So, I guess he had done it enough times to the girls to the point where at some point they had gotten together and they all had like a story. They all had a Fed story, and they were like, "Oh, like you're going through this. I'm going through this too with him.
Yeah.
What the hell?" They tried to have some kind of intervention with the guy to kind of like fix the problem and whatnot, and I guess he just kind of continued on his fucking ways, and he landed where he landed right now.
Yeah.
It was pretty douchey. Him going into bed while he was intoxicated too, and you think, "Oh, I was just intoxicated. I was drunk." That's an excuse. That's a terrible excuse. No matter what it is, you're intoxicated. If you like cheat on someone, if you fucking do what he was doing or whatever, being intoxicated is not a good excuse. You fucked up. Period.
I'm 30. You're 30.
We're 31.
Yeah, we're both 31.
Yeah.
So I think that like when I personally heard that story, like I have run into countless fucking guys like this, like in regular life. Like if you've ever hung around like with chicks in your 20s, you always know that there was a dude hanging around them or something like that, or there was some dude that knew them that wanted to kind of get this kind of whole like predator vibe going where he thought he was getting somewhere with a chick and things like that. Like, and it doesn't matter that it's not the same exact thing. We just, I'm pretty sure some guys that are like that. Mm-hmm. Some guys that have kind of, overstepped their boundaries with chicks, and then it kind of gets around and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is fucking gross. I think that he is... It's crazy to me that somebody with a platform like that would kind of treat it that way. I just don't get where the logic in this is.
Yeah.
Like, so you're a guy, you get picked up by this fucking house, and you're there streaming. And you're on a new platform. You have Pokimane, who at this point for like 2 or 3 years has been a known name.
Yeah.
You have Scara there, you have this guy's toast, and your first thought is like, "Hey, I'm a little lonely. I'm gonna do this douchebag shit."
Yeah.
Like who? Like but this is the viewpoint, right? Like this is the perspective, right? Like if you were to give me a chance like that at like 31, I'd be like, I'm not even thinking about any of this. I'm thinking about work at this point.
Yeah, that's what's that to me is what adds on to that kind of like that he's an asshole type of thing. It doesn't feel like he appreciates where he's at, or like maybe he didn't work hard enough to get where he's at to appreciate where he's at. That's a great opportunity. You're in the house with like one of the most powerful streamers.
Yeah.
And you're in there and you're ruining it for everyone and making everyone feel all sorts of weird and making everyone feel uncomfortable and everything. He didn't appreciate the people that he was there with and the talent that they brought to the table, and he brought some talent to the table too.
He was. But
he squandered it.
He did. He was a lot of times the high point of their videos. As I watched him, I kind of, because I've been watching their content at this point for like 6 months. So for him, like he always played up this kind of persona of, I'm a lonely boy. I need some love.
Get over yourself.
I need to get a girl. So all his streams were like talking to these foreign streamers and stuff like that, or other chicks that are associated with them. When they had this intervention, they had like 7 different chicks there. And I'm pretty sure if you watch their content, you could kind of probably piece together who was there.
Yeah.
Because they're all pretty tight-knit.
Yeah, I don't think every girl that he's ever done something to was there. No, honestly, I think that there probably were more people. Like he's probably been that way for a long time before he got in there. But he got outed. They did try to. I will give them credit for trying to go about this in a different way. They did try to do this intervention with him to try to like fix the problem. Like, hey, look, we're not trying to bury you, type of thing. Just we need to fix this problem. And He didn't fix the problem, and sure enough, they went and pulled the trigger on whatever they wanted to like do to fix the problem.
This is good. Like on some real shit, right? I'm gonna sound like an asshole, but this is very much an opportunity that opens up. Somebody else could take his spot. I think he just made it up to like number 33. Boy, I'm coming for that fucking belt, bro. And you can rest assured that I'm not that guy. I certainly don't give a fuck. Like, you're telling me that I could chill at a house, I'm paying rent, but I'm associated with all these people, and like the only thing I gotta do is just make content and not act like a fucking creep? Bro, some of these kids have never had an opportunity in their fucking life. Yeah. Like, and this is not even to get to the whole, like, you're ungrateful, I'm older, and I'm gonna tell you how it is. But, like, on some real shit, like, all you had to do was be respectful to people.
Yeah. Be a fucking human, dude.
Yeah, dude.
That was it. What if you got in that house and, like, someone slid up in your bed?
Bro, I'd be like a politician. I'd just be like, bro, I don't even have a gender. I'm an otherworldly being. Like, you cannot mix that with who you are as a persona, right? Yeah. Like, this is like if we ever got to the point where we're fucking like rich and famous off of this, right? And we're out there messing with all these chicks and stuff like that, and we're doing this scumbag shit. At this point, we've had enough life to know that, like, this is not how you treat other people. Yeah. Like, we've had enough good examples in our life to where we could be like, hey, no, I'm not doing this. How are you going to slide into a chick's bed? Like, there are other ways for you to just be like, yo, I'm going to shoot my shot with this chick. Yeah. But you're going to slide into her bed, and then in the case of the one chick, Yvonne, he tried to get her fired afterwards.
He tried to get her out of there. I mean, he tried to get her out of there because he was, I got to, like, protect my skin over here. He was shitting where he fucking ate.
Of course.
Shouldn't have done that. You want to go be a fucking asshole. And I'm not saying to, like, that his behavior was okay. Like, yo, all right. If you wanted, you need to release your edible urges, then fucking go to a bar and look for someone else who's trying to release their fucking urges too, or something like that.
Go on Tinder.
Yeah, right? Just swipe on every fucking girl you see and see which one pans out, buddy. But don't like don't do that. You shat where you ate, bro.
This guy, and like, here's the thing, right? Like, this guy was important to certain people, right? If he was number 33 on that list of, like, top 100 streamers, he was important to certain type of people. Like, he is a fucking predator, and I'm not saying, like, hey, you should go out and do this with unknowns. No. Because abuse is abuse. Yeah. No matter what your star power is, on human level, you could still get abused at any kind of point in the hierarchy.
It's not a matter of, like, being in there or being outside of there. He should not be doing what he's doing.
He shouldn't be doing
That's just not the way you go about doing things. If you get it, you want to go get laid or something like that, look for someone else that's trying to get laid or something. You know?
Dude.
Something mutual. But what he did, that person did not consent, was not a part of it, you know.
One of my favorite things that I heard about this, and this is the perspective of, like, a fucking, somebody that was fresh to this, who had never seen him before. One of our friends walks in as we're watching this, and he's like, "Oh wait, what happened?" Like, he would just slide into, like, beds and shit. Let me see a picture of this guy. And we pulled up a picture. He's like, he looks like that creepy, like, skeezy dude wearing a 2-piece suit at a club, trying to, like, just pick up chicks and shit.
In, like, Europe or
something. Yeah, like Europe. And it's like, that's kind of what it is.
Yeah, that's I mean...
Not trying to, like, bash him or anything, because I know they said, hey, don't bash him and stuff like that. And that was super respectful, too. But at the same time, my opinion of it, as an older guy, is... I don't know where the fuck you learned this, but this is not how we react to females in the year 2020. Like, this shit is not good. We should have never done it, but that's not how you do it.
It doesn't change the fact that he's like a douchebag, that they were trying to be like respectful about handling the whole situation. But again, I go back to, it is dope that I felt that they tried to handle it the best possible way.
They did.
They tried to handle it the best possible way. It was pretty respectful. because they weren't like necessarily trying to gun for the guy. Obviously, they kind of like they care about the dude, right? And despite everything, and he should be fucking grateful that they weren't coming out and fucking attacking him. He should be really grateful, and that goes to show, like, yo, he did not appreciate what he had.
He didn't.
He had great friends over there, and he burned bridges. Then he releases this fucking, like, kind of like semi-apology, not apology on fucking Twitter or whatever the fuck.
I need to grow to be a better man.
Yeah.
I need to be a better person.
Bro.
And it's like, bro, this is so fucking rehearsed. You're an asshole.
Yeah. I didn't believe it for a fucking second. He probably thinks that, oh, look, fuck them, man. Fuck them.
Yeah.
Blah, blah.
That's the thing about
that's what that felt like to me.
And Pokimane herself said it, where she's like, at this point, like, her fear is that his fans are gonna like him no matter what. Mm-hmm. So he's just gonna lay off the alcohol for like 2 months, be sober for like 2 months, and then come back and be like, I'm a changed man, and still do the same shit. There's no space for this. Like, you want to know why, like, people view video games and streaming and all these other things as like a male only like hobby? The same shit happened in Magic the Gathering when the fucking quartering scared off those cosplayers. This is what's happening here. Like, Twitch has an issue now where all these people are just like sexually abusing these chicks. Mm-hmm. And that's fucked. This is how you make this into a smaller thing.
Yeah.
Stop it. Like, you don't have to listen to me, of course, whatever. But for the betterment of everything, you need to stop these things.
It's a weird thing because, like, there's no way to necessarily police it either. Like, they kind of have to police themselves. And I can't stop giving them fucking props enough. They policed that shit in the best possible way that they could have. I think they were all like, all the chicks there were being mindful of one another.
Yeah.
Even she was like, I got permission. Pokimane was like, I got permission from so-and-so to say this and blah, blah, blah. It was okay for me to talk about this or whatever the fuck. They were being very respectful and mindful of one another. Again, he had a very good situation. He had some good friends, and he just burned those bridges. Again, did not appreciate what he had there. What an opportunity wasted.
It's fucking dumb.
Wasted. You climb the ladder to then just, I'm almost to the top. Fuck the rest of this.
I'm gonna throw it away because I'm just gonna be a scumbag.
Yeah.
And you know what, man? Like, before recording, I had a different kind of opinion, but you had changed my mind completely. Like, yeah, agreed. Shout out to all those chicks who handled this in the most adult way possible.
Yeah.
And especially for somebody like Pokimane, who everybody has these misconceptions. We've joked around about Pokimane a lot on this podcast, and I'm certainly not going to apologize about that. But the fact that she has kind of come out and shown herself to be who she is, which is an actual real fucking person. She went on stream for 40 minutes and just fucking immediately fucking like tackled all of this. And she seemed like a normal fucking person.
Yeah.
Shout outs to her for being as respectful as she could be. On such a high platform, being like the number 6 in the top 10 streamers and stuff like that. Shout outs for treating that with grace and respect. And everybody else, they did the same thing. They were dope. Yeah. Dope all around. But man, fuck this guy. He should have a career after this.
Yeah. I mean, that's going to be up to like the court of public opinion right there.
Yeah, of course. But I mean, everybody could come back, right?